Hello, I'm Bradley Worth, the priest at All Saints Episcopal Church, Whitefish, Columbia Falls in northwest Montana. Today, as we record this greeting, the Northern Hemisphere is in the very last full day of summer, which also puts us a little over midway through the Christian season of Pentecost. And to celebrate it, I'm standing in the middle of the woods here on the 10-acre campus of All Saints Church, delighted that it is wet from the measurable rain and snow which has fallen for the first time this entire summer over these last 3 days. The drought has been horrendous for us, and it has dramatically altered the way that we normally spend summer up here. A little under 12 million people visit Montana annually. This year, when they came, they expected to see this. Instead, they saw this. And instead of playing in the waters of western Montana, so many stood on the shore and watched incredibly skilled pilots skim lakes, scooping up water to fight the forest fires. And despite the fact that snow has already fallen on the mountains nearby, including in Glacier Park, in many places those fires are still burning. 2 of our parishioners remain in the Great Bear Wilderness at this moment to the east of us, fighting those fires. Over these last months, we have seen tremendous tragedy in Texas, Florida, and the Caribbean due to the hurricanes, in Mexico as a consequence of the earthquake, and certainly here as a result of fires that have burned over 1,100,000 acres. So this is the very moment the faith of the season of Pentecost is called to meet. And to that challenge, the ministry of the body of Christ hits the road with assurance and hope, even though sometimes it is hard to have that hope when the world is crashing down around you. Yet out of all this calamity, there is a lesson for so many of us put forth by those who have little or nothing, and yet still they operate out of a sense of grace. As people left their homes around 100 miles south of here in the town of Seeley Lake for shelters in Missoula 70 miles away, with maybe but a few of their belongings in a bag or box, they took time to leave signs expressing their gratitude for the firefighters battling what was the largest active fire in the nation. Pentecost is a season in which the church also becomes the visible agent of grace and gratitude, as well as providing relief for those so distressed. If you would like to be part of the presence of Christ for folks whose lives have been turned upside down, in a minute or so, you will see on the screen links to the Episcopal Relief and Development Fund to aid those hit by the hurricanes and the earthquake. The Best Friends Animal Society, which will see that your donation will care for animals made homeless and may need veterinarian services due to all the storms. And you will find the address for the fire relief effort for Northwest Montana to help those devastated by the fires here. As always, we welcome you to join us in worship and in service, to help us become more fully the arms and heart of Christ, reaching out to a world so desperately in need of good news and sanctuary. May the grace of God overwhelm and urge us on.